What's up, everyone, man?
Special guest.
Welcome back to the Twin Wrestle Pod. You know what to do. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff down below. This is video 2 of 3. And it's been a while since we had it this way right here.
Hold on, man. Hold on. You can't go on without introducing our special guest in the background, man. Come on now, you gotta have a little bit more respect.
I mean, they know who Nola is at this point. She's been in
look, listen, hold on, wait, time out. It's WrestleMania season, so she need to get her WrestleMania introduction. Go ahead, and since you're doing the intro, go ahead and introduce her. Go ahead.
All right, well.
She weighed about 65 pounds. So
since I was rudely interrupted, and since we in WrestleMania season, we gonna introduce Nola in the back chewing on her damn toy. Going to town on that damn toy in the background. That's Nola on the ground.
Pretty dope.
She's the wise dog.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, it's been a while since we had this right here. This dual setup with me and him, me and my brother. It's been me just dropping heat for a while. Last time we had this setup probably was what, Survivor Series? Probably sometime.
Probably.
But we here, man. So let's get down to brass tacks. We talking about the segment with CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins. You want to kick it off, or you want me to kick it off?
Just some few minor / major. I thought the segment came across great, fantastic. Me personally, I can't speak for you. I was watching it live last night, and I could just feel like animosity is a good word, but like the tension between all three guys. And CM Punk brings that much needed realism. I mean, Drew McIntyre's been doing pretty good on weekly television with the trolling and everything. But when CM Punk came back, it's not like he was ready for a fight. He just wasn't physically, medically cleared to do so. But this segment was fantastic. Just because, like I said, it felt real. Drew McIntyre kept trying to troll, but CM Punk wasn't having it. And then I mean, obviously they're in Chicago, so 100% of the people were behind CM Punk, and then Seth Rollins comes out. And the history between Seth Rollins and CM Punk, how he feels about CM Punk, and then you got Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins going into WrestleMania for the world title, and they were building up towards CM Punk doing something at WrestleMania, maybe hosting or commentating or refereeing. Me personally, I would have liked to see him be a special referee. You don't really, I mean, you see special referee matches, but you don't really see him like where so I can kind of like equate it to Stone Cold as the referee between Undertaker and Kane to give some kind of comparison.
I'm taking it all the way back to fucking Judgment Day.
I mean, that's the first thing that came to my mind. That's the first thing that came to my mind.
Well, I mean, that's cool. I'm just saying, you take it way back. I still remember that shit we had on tape back in the day. But go ahead.
All three people have something at stake. CM Punk and Seth Rollins was going to be the main event. Drew McIntyre hurt CM Punk, which got Drew McIntyre in the main event for the world title. So I kind of akin it to that. I would love to see CM Punk be the special referee. He even got on the mat and counted 1, 2, 3 with the good arm. So I just thought this segment rocked. It was fantastic. I think they were like just natural. Like it wasn't. You can tell it wasn't really scripted. Like CM Punk segments don't really feel scripted. Yes, there's bullet points with every promo. I mean, but he brings that sort of energy to the screen. You can feel it. When he's doing a promo or something, like it's been like I can say lacking, but it has been missing from Monday Night Raw in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think they did go out there and from what I read coming in this morning, I think they did go out there and tell them just see what happens. Just no, not like shoot, but like see what happens. So
That's the
and it
best
turned out
way.
great.
The best way
Turned
to
out
do
great.
it.
So hopefully we get more of this stuff going forward. I would say you did a video on the Becky Lynch segment. I think that was a good segment from Becky's part, in my opinion. But yeah, like it just breathed realism. Like you can feel it. You can feel it. Like I was sitting in there feeling it, just watching. I'm like, I couldn't change the channel. I'm just gonna be blown. I couldn't change the channel. I was like, I want to see what's happening. The atmosphere. Chicago is always a great place. You got the CM Punk factor. You got Drew McIntyre, who's been trolling CM Punk the entire way leading up until WrestleMania. Then you got Seth Rollins coming out because he's the world champion. Then you know him and CM Punk don't really get along. So it was very well done. So.
Right. Yeah, I agree with you for sure. I agree with you on almost every point you've made. Unlike you though, I didn't watch it live. I went to sleep after the first segment with Rock and Cody, which we'll talk about later in another video. The first segment. But also things I liked about this segment. It was an awesome segment, fabulous segment. I agree. CM Punk does bring that realism factor. Always have, always will. And I didn't know the report because I don't really be checking up on that stuff. But it's glad to know, and you can feel it, have a sense for it during the exchange that they had. That it was part of some realism to it. Like they weren't shooting from the hip, but they were just doing facts about each other that they dislike and shit like that. It was realism.
It felt real. So I mean,
so
you can't really.
I like a couple things. Like when I was just examining the segment, I liked a couple things. I like how CM Punk touched on Roman Reigns talking about him on a Pat McAfee show, and if you watched it, Roman Reigns said something to the effect of when he get to the top, he don't whine like a bitch like CM Punk does. So I like the fact that CM Punk referenced Roman Reigns when he did that in this segment as well, and he said they will eventually meet up on CM Punk's climb to the top of the mountain and Roman's descend down from the top of the mountain, which is very intriguing, by the way. He also called out Seth Rollins, their bad blood going back and forth. He references how heels, how they used to see eye to eye, where they don't see eye to eye, and now they can't see eye to eye more now because Seth Rollins wears the high heels and all this shit. And then Seth Rollins said something about how CM Punk got hurt, and CM Punk said to the crowd that it was convenient that that's coming from Seth Rollins with a guy with known history of bad knees. So I thought that was pretty cool. Another one he touched on was The Rock, which is very interesting. But he only touched on it. He said The Rock didn't reference him, probably because of their exchange that they had 10 years ago where The Rock's arms were just too short to box with God. So I thought that was pretty fucking cool. CM Punk throwing shots at everybody around. And then he touched on Drew McIntyre. And Drew McIntyre cut him off, came out there. And I like the banter Drew McIntyre was throwing. Drew McIntyre is an ultimate troll, but I'm here for this shit though. Him working out triceps, him driving after the show to quote the personality, him wearing a t-shirt that he's living CM Punk's dream, a main event WrestleMania. I'm here for all of that shit. Some of the shit that they were saying was CM Punk was telling him to cut his shitty music off, or you gonna just be like person in a kill, or you gonna be a bitch in a skirt, and Drew McIntyre telling him you can get canceled for that in 2024. So that little shit like that was just like pretty fucking cool, man. Like this whole exchange just between Drew McIntyre and CM Punk alone, and they was going back and forth. I also like the line of where Drew was talking about CM Punk is straight edge, but he always found his way in rehab, which was a very cool line. Because CM Punk don't do drugs, he don't drink or nothing like that. But yeah, he always found himself in rehab because of his injuries, his injury history, which was a cool way to come back at CM Punk because CM Punk was throwing shit at Drew McIntyre. So this whole exchange was just off the fucking charts, insane. This just shows where you put realism elements into a promo exchange, you can get the best result out of it, and you have guys as talented as the guys that were involved in this segment. Then that ushered in Seth Rollins coming out there, and Seth Rollins had some jabs too. I like how his line was that these two not dumbasses, but morons can't make a decision without the champion being involved, and especially when you're not even the champion. Referencing CM Punk was not the champ and not even in the match. And Seth Rollins is going on his mentor about he don't think about CM Punk. The last time he thought about CM Punk was when they had that exchange probably like 2 or 3 months ago before the Rumble. And just how Seth Rollins is just the guy who runs Monday Night Raw. CM Punk said, "This may be your show, but this is my city." The Chicago crowd made this segment phenomenal. They made the whole show phenomenal. Another thing about this segment was I thought was key. Michael Cole said it at the end of the segment is that Drew McIntyre hasn't kept his eye on the ball, referencing Seth Rollins. All he been worried about is CM Punk, controlling CM Punk. What that costs Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania when it comes to the matchup with Seth Rollins. I thought that was a pretty crucial point when wrapping this whole thing up. And the cool thing with CM Punk in the crowd was Seth Rollins decided to take a poll from the crowd of what role should CM Punk have at WrestleMania when it comes to this match. Should he be a commentary? But the fans started chanting for referee, and Seth Rollins pointed to CM Punk's tricep and said, "I don't know if you guys know, that's his counting arm." But CM Punk proceeded to count with his opposite arm, and the crowd was counting with CM Punk, and they cheered after that. I thought that was a pretty cool moment. The crowd in Chicago, man, made this fucking segment awesome. And we got a role for CM Punk now. He's going to be on commentary. But I think, you said you think he should have been a referee. I think he will be eventually. By the time Mania gets there, there's going to be something where we get a ref bump or something and CM Punk counts. I think that just inevitable at this point.
Maybe like a special enforcer, not like a,
maybe
maybe like how the Tyson thing was. Like you can do Tyson. He could have been the ring, the bell keeper or the special guest referee if need be. So maybe something like that. Me personally, I think it's just more drama with the referee. You know what I'm saying? Then you build more towards the matches coming out of that, but. I don't know, we'll see. I mean, we still got another week, but I personally, if I'm booking it, I'm not putting him on commentary. But I see why, because I mean, like we say, him on screen and him talking, I mean that can add to the match as well. So
and I like how CM Punk said, referencing the referee and shit. He said he won't be an impartial referee. He can't be impartial to these two dipshits, which is a pretty cool line. There's more realism to it as well. And his ending line was, he can make these two more interesting than what they are on commentary, but while dissing them at the same time. So that's pretty much at the end of the segment. That segment was fucking awesome. We need more of it, man.
Another positive coming out is he can have an entrance at WrestleMania, so
yeah,
he can come out to cult personality all the way down the road. For the first time in a decade, so
yeah, this shit just got me more invested. I was already invested in. This is one of the matches I was invested in anyway.
Yeah,
but with the CM Punk factor, I'm more invested.
I think this segment was much needed for this match, because I mean it really wasn't that much built going into the, you know what I mean, leading up into WrestleMania for this match. Just because I mean Drew McIntyre's been doing all the work, but Seth Rollins has been busy with Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns and The Rock. So, I mean, this segment, I think, helped build that matchup and get people wanting to see it more. So, even though it's already a stellar match on paper, not saying that, I'm just saying the build wasn't. With a couple of these matches that were going into the big show, this just has leveled up the world title match, in my opinion.
Yeah. So. All right, man. That's gonna conclude our video on this CM Punk segment. I mean, we can go all day talking about this, but we got to go ahead and knock out this Rock and Cody segment pretty soon. So let us know what you thought about the segment in the comments down below. And then remember, if you enjoyed the video, you gotta like, share, comment, and subscribe down below, man. But we'll see y'all in the next one, man. Y'all take it easy. We out.